Hello, my name is Achumba Tande, and this is part of my video series on business advice. Today, I'm going to talk about the only 2 ways you should spend money. You should consider these 2 things, and if they fall out of these categories, don't spend money on it in your business or in life, but in your business. So, at this time, if you can take a moment to please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube. Hit follow and like if you're on Facebook, and just subscribe. Leave some comments afterwards. I love to hear feedback. Love to know if you enjoyed this episode. If you didn't enjoy any feedback, any other episodes you'd like me to do. So right now I'm actually walking through Harlem on my way to host a meeting. But last month in February, one of the books that I read was Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that book was amazing. It really opened up my eyes to a lot of the things It opened up my eyes to a lot of the things that I've been doing wrong. How I need to rethink certain things and the mistakes that I was making. And that was confirmed because, as you know, it's tax month. Tax season. And I just came back from my tax preparer. And when we were going through everything, just looking at really the mistakes that I made, and I want to pass that on to you so you don't make those mistakes. Hopefully I won't make those mistakes again, but I also want to pass them on to you. So the biggest thing I believe that the biggest takeaway from that book, one of the biggest takeaways, other than focusing on how to spend your money, where to spend your money, what to spend your money, is recognizing a lot of new business owners and a lot of people who own their businesses buy things or real estate or anything, people in general. We sometimes buy things just because they'll give us a tax break, or we invest in things because they'll give us a tax break. And that's really bad policy. For example, right now, as you know, we've had a lot of changes in our tax law, and with that going on, a lot of people are receiving lower returns on their tax returns. When they're going in, they're receiving lower returns. And that's the issue, right? The tax law is not in your control. Policy is not in your control. So if you're banking, if you're making something the biggest benefit, when you're calculating whether you should invest in something, whether you should buy something, whether you should do something, it's a bad system. It's a bad process. So one, you have to focus whether it makes business sense on its own. Is it going to be profitable on its own? Yes, no. If it's not, then don't do it. If it is, okay, look at it. Is it the highest return on investment you can get from the opportunities that are available to you? That's another thing. That's another thing you have to think about. Not is there a tax benefit. The tax benefit should not be your number one thing that you're thinking about. If it's an external factor, but really make sure it's profitable before you even think about calculating tax benefits that you may retain from this. All right. So as I said, the 2 things that you really should think about. One is when investing, buying something for your business, there's really 2 categories it falls in. One, it's going to make you more money. So like marketing, sales, things like that. Is this item, person, procedure, advertisement, is it going to make you more money? So that's the first category of things that you should invest in. And then the second category is, is it regulatory? So I put regulatory, there's 2 subcategories. One, are you required to do it by law? Whether some people are required to have an office, some people are required to hire certain people. Sometimes you're required to file your taxes, incorporate, get business insurance, things like that. Those are just required. You have to do that in order to run your business. And then another category of that is supporting things that you have to do in order to provide the service. So if you're a designer and you have to have canvas, or your artist, you need a canvas. So things like that you have to have in order to make the sale or make the process, or maybe you need bookkeeping, those type of things, then the other. So if it's not in one of those two categories, do not invest in it. Do not buy it. Just hold off and focus your money on making money and actually being able to keep the business open. So that's the regulatory, being able to keep the business open. All right, my name's Achumba Otande. That's my business advice for today. God bless. Please take the time to subscribe to my channel. On YouTube it's Otande Business Media, and on Facebook it's Otande Advisors. Both of those are under my consulting firm, Otande and Advisors. Look us up. The links are below. We have tons more videos coming about business advice. I'm also interviewing a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people to let you know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. God bless you. Have an amazing day. And I look forward to reading your comments and posting videos that you want to hear about. God bless.